today. This is our first episode of Dinner at Your Table with Zena Cook. I'm here with my special guest, Chief Ronald Haddad, who is the chief of the Dearborn Police Department. We're really excited to be here. He has an upcoming competition next week, and I'm kind of here prepping him and getting him ready for that event. Today we're going to be chef or chief and chef. He's a chef and a chief today. So would you like to say some words to our community?
You know, just basically, to have a good meal, you got to pick quality products.
Yes.
You got to make sure that you keep them separated and everything is clean. We washed our hands 6 times before we got started.
We wash.
So it's very important, so you don't have any kind of cross-contamination when you're serving people food that you're preparing.
Perfect.
And the rest usually takes care of itself. And you know what? I want every edge you can give me because we're competing with all the police chiefs in the region. I've come in the first 2 years in a row, and they're really gunning for me this year.
Okay, good. So he's won how many competitions?
2 in a row.
2 in a row. We need to make this the 3rd. So we are really excited, and I can't wait to be there next week. I'll go live at the competition and share with all of you how it's going, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So here today, as I mentioned, we're going to be doing lasagna roll-ups. With lasagna roll-ups, it's a lot of fun. I like to do lasagna 2 ways. The traditional way, which is a layered lasagna, and the second one, we roll it up using ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, parmesan. I will be sharing the recipe with all of you at the end of this show. I'll give you a link to where you can find the recipe. It's very delicious, and your kids will love it, and your whole family will love it. It's great for dinner, okay? So, we're good? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mince the garlic. So we're just going to slice, dice, and mince. We want it to be really tiny, as small as you can. You want to use fresh garlic that you peel yourself. Every time.
And if you're good, you'll have someone prepare the garlic chops for you.
Yeah.
And onions, if you're allergic to onions as well.
Exactly. Now, would you typically put onions in your Italian dishes?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, I'm like pro garlic, so I'm all about the garlic in my lasagna. I've done it both ways. I love it both ways, but I've gotten used to the way that my mom taught me how to do it, which is mincing the garlic and cooking it with the ground beef, the lean ground beef, and then adding the marinara sauce right on top of that.
And moms know best.
Moms know best, exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and mince this. We're gonna take it to the skillet as soon as we're ready. And we're going to cook this in a little bit of olive oil. You can use a little bit of corn oil as well. Sometimes I like to mix both oils, but of course, as we all know, the healthier version is the olive oil. And you're going to lightly cook it until it's halfway cooked. Once it's halfway cooked, we're going to add in the ground beef. So mine...
I see you like yours much smaller than I cut mine.
Yeah. I really want it to melt in that skillet. I want it to melt and blend in with that beef and marinara really, really well. Yours is ready? Okay, good. So I'm going to take this. We're going to go. Can we travel with this? Let's go. We're going to travel with this. And we're going to switch this down right into the skillet. Right over here. So here in our kitchen, we have our skillet right here. I'm going to throw in some olive oil. So let me grab that olive oil. Like we talked about, we can use this olive oil or a vegetable. And right here, we're going to put this on medium-high heat, okay? Because you do not want that garlic to burn. Okay?
Nor the olive oil, so you're right.
Exactly. So turn that fan off a little bit. All right. So we can just throw that garlic right in there. Perfect. So like I said, we're gonna cook this garlic right here until it's halfway. We don't want it to burn and we don't want it to be too undercooked. Halfway, and then I'm gonna actually go grab that ground beef and we are going to mix the ground beef in with this. So here you go.
Hazardous duty pay here. And like Z said, it's very important not to scorch any of the products you put in here.
Okay, we're gonna let this, so right here, it's starting to sizzle.
It's starting to.
Yeah, starting to, we're gonna wait a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna grab the seasoning. We're gonna talk about what seasoning we're gonna be putting in here. The garlic and meat is gonna mix together. Before the meat actually cooks and browns all the way through, you actually want to add in the seasoning while it's cooking because it absorbs a lot more of that flavor and it makes the meat so much more delicious, okay? So the garlic is cooking right now. We're going to add the meat in there, the seasoning. Once the meat browns, then we're going to pour in a traditional marinara sauce. And guess what else? Did you ever do this before? Do you preserve your pasta water?
I do.
Okay, good. So we've preserved the pasta water that we use to boil the lasagna noodles today, and we're gonna pour that in with the meat, garlic, seasoning, and marinara sauce, and we're gonna let that come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna simmer it on low heat for 10 minutes. So everything
We're just
is
about ready for the
yes.
meat now, starting to brown.
All right, here you go, Chief. Just scooch that in there. Perfect. All right, we're gonna break that up. I'm gonna grab my own spoon. I use one of my kids' chef sticks. So we're gonna go ahead. I'll put this fan on a little bit.
It's starting to smell really good.
It smells so good. So we're gonna go ahead and break this all apart and cook it in with the garlic. We're gonna mix it up and down. So do you see how fast that garlic cooks? Before you know it, it starts to get brown. You can turn the heat down a little bit and then it'll get even better. So here we go.
And there's hardly any fat in this meat here, so it's a very good...
It's lean, very lean ground beef.
Ground beef, very good.
Perfect. Alright, so that garlic, once it gets mixed in with the beef, it's not going to burn. It's just going to kind of blend in there. Wow, so now watch. It's like half brown, half red. This is when I want to add my seasoning. Salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. I'll be right back.
Bring on the goods. Oh, this is cooking up now.
Alright, so we got some Italian seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and toss that in there. So the Italian seasoning is going to be cooking in there with the beef. We got a little bit of salt. You're going to pinch that salt in there. Not too much, but also you don't want to put too little either. Okay, so just like that. And we have some black pepper. Of course. That's just right, okay? So now we're gonna mix that in there a little bit more. Let all those juices from the oil mix in with the seasoning of the meat. Perfect. So you really want that meat to break down and be tiny, really small pieces, almost like you're cooking taco meat. Just like when you're cooking taco meat, you want it to be really soft. And you want it to be really juicy, I guess. You want it to be really mixed in with that oil. So there, that is like perfect. Not quite brown completely, but it's okay. We're gonna add the marinara sauce. Will you grab the marinara sauce?
I'll do that.
Thank you. So while the chief is grabbing the marinara sauce, just wanted to kind of talk to you about what we do here at Zita Cook. We teach life skills to kids and teenagers as well as adults. We have an adult cooking class coming up, 4-course adult cooking class on October 20th. I would love it if you joined me. You can ask me whatever questions you have right now live. We'll try our best to answer those questions. So take this time right now while we're cooking here to go ahead and ask me any questions you might have, and Mr. Hashem will go ahead and share those questions with me, and I can answer any questions you have about kids, cooking. As you know, safety and cleanliness is really important in the kitchen. So we're gonna go ahead, pour this marinara sauce right here, mix it in with the meat. And you want to have more marinara than the beef, okay? So you really want that marinara to overwhelm the beef, because when we mix it together, you want it to be thick, but not too thick. And that's when I had mentioned we're gonna put a little bit of that preserved pasta water. So what preserved pasta water is when you fill up a pot with water and you salt it until it comes to a boil, you throw the pasta noodles in the pot, and when they're all done boiling and it's time to go ahead and drain the pasta, you want to save that magic water. And I'm going to call it magic because that water boiling in the pasta is absorbing that starch, and it also has some oils, some natural oils in it. And when we add that water, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it kind of has like a hint, like a cloudy hint coming from pasta. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour a little bit, not too much, just a little bit until you see how it looks like this. Can we get this in here? Yeah. So watch those bubbles, okay? We're gonna put it on high heat. We really want it to come to a nice bubble, and once it comes to a really great bubble, then we're gonna allow it to simmer on very low heat. And while we allow it to simmer, we're gonna show you how to make the ricotta mixture that's gonna go in the noodle. And Hanan, when you get a chance, will you please, my assistant is here helping us, will you please grab the noodles from the oven, using the oven mitt? So here we go, we have it coming to a boil.
How long should the pasta be preserved for?
The pasta, how long should the pasta water be preserved?
How long can you preserve it?
Yeah.
How long can you preserve it? I mean, I'm all about freshness, and I really don't preserve that kind of thing. I would just use it right away. Yeah, I wouldn't preserve it. Just use it right away, because usually if you're boiling pasta, you're making some kind of sauce. So whether you're making a marinara sauce or a fettuccine alfredo sauce, you can use that water in any sauce to loosen it up and make it more delicious. So I'm all about freshness. I wouldn't save it personally. So here we go.
You see the magic happening right there.
There's the magic. It smells amazing in here, you guys. You would love, love, love the smell. It's releasing. Now you see it popping up, getting messy. My studio is very clean, by the way. I'm a clean freak, but I will allow this to happen because I love cooking. This is my zone right here. This is what I love to do, and I don't mind the cleanup afterwards, okay? So here we go, all the bubbles. Now we're gonna go ahead and lower the heat to low. You can decide if you wanna cover it or not. I'm not really going to, so I'm just gonna keep it on low heat. I'll go ahead and time this. I guess I'll give it, what, 7 minutes? Yep, 7 minutes on low heat, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make that delicious filling. Yep, we're gonna go back to our station. So, we're gonna kind of use it, after you heat that out, take that picture of us together. I actually do need my board. Grab my board. Okay.
She's got the board.
Okay, everyone. So as we had mentioned, we did wash our hands a lot today. We made sure they're very nice and clean. We really, as chefs, we don't really want to put gloves on the whole time. Real chefs don't do that. I'm sorry. We just wash our hands, and we think a lot about safety and cleanliness, and we just take it from there. When we do roll up the noodles, though, we will put gloves on. We'll show you how we roll those up. So the first step here, we're going to grab a bowl. This is ricotta cheese, mozzarella, shredded cheese. We have some Parmesan cheese. A lot of people like to put Romano, so you're welcome to put Romano as well. You know, with Italian food, it's just cooking with your heart. You really want to use your heart to cook. Nothing has to be by the book. So I think that's why it's kind of a challenge for me to write recipes, because I really use my heart when I cook, and it's not always about specific measurements in the kitchen, right, Chef? Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right? It's kind of, I mean, you just gotta use your heart. You gotta look and feel it out, right? And if you don't feel like you're a good chef, just don't worry, let it go, let the whole mind thing go, and just use your heart to feel it out, and I promise you'll be an amazing chef in the kitchen.
As long as it comes out good,
Yeah.
measurements don't matter.
Measurements don't matter as long as it comes out great. So here we go, we're gonna put this ricotta cheese in the bowl. Well, I'll just go ahead and scoop it out right in here. And my recipe calls for fresh parsley, but today I had a lot of fresh organic spinach. So I'd like to go ahead and take the place of that fresh parsley and use spinach, so you could do that. We're gonna chop some of this spinach up, and we're gonna throw it in with that ricotta cheese. So you're just gonna chop any green that you have. You can do basil, you can do spinach, you can do...
How fine do you want it?
I would say pretty fine. So we're gonna go ahead and make it pretty fine. Even though it's gonna melt in the oven, we just want it, we don't want it to overwhelm the cheeses in there. We just want everything to blend in pretty well. So you're gonna go ahead and chop any greens, fresh greens. Again, right now we're using our organic spinach to go in here with this filling. Right here. So, just get a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think that's perfect. So look how beautiful that is. So we have our green and white, right? Now we gotta crack an egg and put one egg in here. I'll go ahead and crack this, or do you want to crack it?
You got
You want to crack it?
You got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So I always try to tease my students who come here often. If they've cracked eggs almost a million times, I say, all right, we'll now do it with one hand. So now when my students come here, they get excited, they get to crack it with one hand. I'm used to only doing it with one hand. So crack the egg, open it up, throw the egg in there. Now we have our egg, our ricotta cheese, and our spinach. Chief, will you go ahead and throw in some mozzarella cheese and Parmesan? I'm gonna go wash my hands.
How much do
Okay?
you want of this?
I would say a cup. So we're not gonna measure. We're gonna use our hearts. Use your heart. I'll be right back. We wash my hands, guys.
And yes, I'm trying not to get any white on my uniform.
Oh my gosh, did I not give you an apron? How dare I?
It's okay.
I need to give you one. Oh my gosh.
It's all right.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Thank you. Well, he needs it mostly for this part when we roll the noodles, okay? So there we go. Thank you for reminding me. So, okay, so now what do we have in here? We have our mozzarella shredded cheese. Did we put some of the Parmesan?
Yep, about half.
Perfect. If you're really into tomatoes or sauce, you can always take some grape tomatoes, slice them in half, and just throw it into your mixture, just like this. So we'll go ahead and just slice a tiny bit, not too much, just because we don't want to overwhelm. But we do want this to be thick. If it's too runny, it's not going to roll well. So we just want it to be just right. So just like this, right over here. So this is all mixed together.
So we didn't mess that up while you were gone, right?
No, not at all. Now with this mixture, you're gonna wanna season this as well. Seasoning is really important when it comes to Italian food. So what seasoning would you put in this?
I put maybe some pepper.
Yes.
Uh,
Because the cheese is already salted, guys.
Yeah.
Don't put cheese in here. The mozzarella cheese is already naturally
and
salted.
I'm gonna tell you what I would put. I would put some dry mint in there as well, but that's what I would do.
Okay, we're gonna try that. We're gonna get some dry mint and some pepper. And we're going to throw those in there. So, excellent, perfect. It's gonna come out really delicious. We need some dry mint, please. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna mix. All right, so while we prepare for this, remember we're gonna be rolling these noodles. So we can actually move these to the side. And I'm actually gonna give you the first few noodles. So now we can put our gloves on, cool? So I'm gonna get my gloves. And Chief, you wanna grab
And I
yours?
must admit that I never roll them. I lay them flat in the pan, so we're gonna try something new today.
Yes, something new, okay? It's always fun. So I'm gonna show you. Now, I've had a lot of students for birthday parties do lasagna roll-ups, and I would say one mistake is that when they scoop the sauce out of the pan, they put too much liquid. So we really mostly want to choose the meat. You want to grab the meat and the garlic out and pour that on top. We're going to show you exactly how to do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put these here together off to the side so you can see everything that's happening. And maybe a little bit more of this one. Perfect. Did you put the dry mint? Okay, perfect. So we have our dry mint. We just threw that in there. It's gonna give it a really great flavor. Yes, I put the pepper. Okay, so I would need a spoon, 2 spoons. Thank you.
A question from Facebook. Can you prepare it and freeze it?
Yes, yes you can. You can prepare this, you can put it in a pan, take the whole pan, cover it with aluminum foil and freeze it, just like you would a traditional lasagna, okay? Just like you would like the layered lasagna. So we're gonna, I'm gonna need that sauce, please. Thank you very much. So we have our first 2 noodles that we're gonna work on. The first step, everybody, first step is take a heaping spoonful of this ricotta mixture and put it right in the center and then spread it out down your spread this all the way down like this. Awesome. If you don't mind using butter, you could use a little bit of butter in your pan, but what I use mostly, all this shine that you see on the pasta, is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And my extra virgin olive oil, I use it from my land in Lebanon. My parents actually, we are blessed enough to have the most amazing, delicious extra virgin olive oil. I actually just made some grape leaves for today's event, so the crew, whoever is here, can enjoy it. Did you guys like it? Oh yeah, they said it's amazing. Did you like it?
Oh yeah, we're looking for a couch tie now.
Okay. So they loved that. Okay, so here we go. We have our noodle with our ricotta mixture right here.
Okay, hold on.
I'm waiting. And you guys, when we roll this up with the pasta sauce and the filling, when it's done cooking, if you look at this lasagna and taste it, it's so delicious. So, oh my God, it'll just like melt in your mouth. So good. Camera's right here. There's a camera here. There's a camera here. So everybody, hello again. Any other questions? Just go ahead and ask. Also, I would love for you to tell us what you want to see in the coming weeks. So every week we're going to be sharing a cooking show for you, and just let me know what food or maybe what kind of challenges you might be having. I'll be happy to address it, look over it, and then come back and hopefully have a show about that. So I think grape leaves is a big one that people have been asking me for. And we're also going to talk a lot about keto diet for our upcoming ones. The keto diet is not too hard, but a lot of people need extra tips and tricks when it comes to cooking keto. So I was thinking of doing a show about that. Let me know what everyone thinks about that, okay? So here we go. We have our sauce. Do you see, everyone, how it thickened?
Oh, it's nice.
Oh yeah, it's so delicious. It thickened up. Look at that thickness on top. It's gonna be so good. All right, so I'm actually gonna have 2 different spoons for the sauce. So, Fatmi, can I get 2 more spoons, please, for the sauce? Yeah, thank you. So,
Are we done with this?
we are actually done with that. So here we have, this is going to be for the remainder of the noodles, and I'll need a half tray aluminum tray, please. All right, so here we go. We're going to take this, I'll actually switch this out, so we can show how it's going to look like. So everyone, grab your noodles, bring them close to your pan. All right, this is awesome right here. Control them this really quick. All right, so we're going to grab this.
I put a little bit more filling in here than you did.
Yeah, I don't know if I would put too much. It's gonna be harder to roll. So I would say go a little bit less on the sauce,
Okay.
and then I'll go a little bit more on the sauce. Thank you. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put this meat right here. Don't get too much of the liquid though, Chief. More, we want that thicker portion. So if we can maybe, just like that. We want it to be pretty thick and spread out, just like this. Perfect.
Quality control is everything, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We want excellent results. So here we go. We're putting that beef, that delicious beef. It was simmering. You can simmer it for as long as you want. 15 minutes is fine. Just give it that time to mix in. Yes?
Where can we find the recipe in the future?
The recipe can be found on my website. My website is www.zthecook.com. You would go up to the upper right-hand side where the menu is, the drop-down menu, and you would go to recipes and type in search lasagna, and it'll pop right up. It'll say Lasagna Roll-ups. And again, the recipe calls for fresh parsley, but you could use, and I'll update it tonight, you could use fresh basil, fresh spinach, anything you have on hand. So is everyone watching? We're about to roll these up. You want to come zoom in for me? All right, so we're gonna so here now we have oh, yes? Okay. He wants me to wait because he wants to take a picture, a close-up picture of
I
how.
have a little leak here.
Oh, so the leak will happen if we put too much liquid, that's okay.
Okay.
Again, it's something new that he's never tried before, and by the way, the Chief is an excellent chef. He's already an amazing chef, but I brought him here to try something new, okay? So we're going through this. So we want to keep our roll very close, okay? You don't want to go over. You want to stay as close to the beginning as possible. So that's one concern I have.
We're gonna try this again.
Yeah. So look at the sides right here. It's just starting to roll up really nice. It's not messy. It's just perfect. And look at how delicious this is. I made this with students once and they refused to let me put it in the oven. They wanted to eat it just like this, and I don't blame them. Oh, and by the way, when you want to put it in the pan, you can line the pan with a little bit of sauce. So you can grab some sauce, pour it in here, and just line your whole pan with some sauce. You can put a little bit of butter if you don't mind the calories, but again, we use the olive oil today. So now we go ahead and take this roll and put it right there. Perfect. There's the Chiefs.
Right there.
Oh yeah. And we always want the crease to go on the bottom so that it doesn't open up while it's baking.
Should we try to get this in there?
Here we go.
Just forget it.
Oh, no, you can still save it. So I would say open it back up and then go a little bit closer. So here we go. We're going flap over, not over here. So you guys are gonna see really close. Roll slowly and smoothing it out as you go. You really just wanna take care of it. Perfect. You're gonna pick it up, roll it over here. Now we have these delicious lasagna rolls lining up. It's gonna look so good and it's gonna be so delicious.
Here's one to test later.
Okay.
Because the presentation leaves a little bit to be desired.
So, do we have time to do two more to fill this tray up? Okay. All right. Let's try this again. We got this. All right. You got this. All right. Here we go.
All right, I want to get rid of this.
Oh yes. Yeah. You can just throw it right in there. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna do this, and so we're gonna have two more each, and we're gonna fill up that tray, and I'll show you how to garnish it before you put it in the oven. In the oven, you can put it on 375 for about 35 minutes. It won't take too long. When I do the traditional like layered lasagna, I put it on 350 for a whole hour. So again, it's gonna cook differently than the layered because it's not as congested. This way, it's just like separated. It gets more time to cook. So here we go. We're gonna grab that cheese. We're gonna spread that cheese all right here. Perfect. Spread that out. And next, we'll grab that sauce. And if anyone has any questions that we missed, I promise I will look back over the video and try my best to come back and answer those questions. We do appreciate all the viewers who are watching us right now. We're located here in Dearborn Heights. We do the cooking classes. We have Halloween, costume parties, creepy cupcake wars. The cupcake wars is just like they do on the shows on TV. So the kids will come in here, they'll have all different kinds of batters and candy. They'll be able to decorate and design. We'll have judges. It's going to be a lot of fun. The kids will love it. And most of all, something that's very new at the studio is our adult cooking class. That's October 20th. It's a 4-course dinner. We're going to be making salmon, spiced potatoes. We're going to saute some veggies. I'm going to be talking a lot about the keto diet, by the way. So if you are interested in learning about keto or are interested in Mediterranean cuisine, that's on our menu for October 20th for the adults cooking class. Really quick, what you could also do in this case, after you fill it up, you can add more cheese if you really love cheese. Otherwise, you just start rolling. So here we go. We have our cheese, our ricotta, our marinara sauce, and I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling. There we go. We got that yummy deliciousness right here. So good. Add that to the pan. Perfect. Now here we go. All right, Chief. I know you're gonna do this amazing. You're gonna do it better than I do. All right, Chief. Here we go. Yeah, perfect. Look at that.
It's getting better.
It's getting better and better. Keep it close and keep it tugged. You know, we want to tug it up and keep it really tight. Perfect. Just like that. Now this we needed gloves for, right? This we really needed gloves for. Look at our hands.
You're gonna put the flap to the
so
bottom.
when you're at home, just go ahead and put some gloves on so you don't, get too messy.
It's looking mighty righteous.
Yeah, so he has one more he's gonna add on here, and then I'm gonna show everyone how we're gonna garnish it to make it look really pretty, really presentable. And I'm gonna go grab the other ones that I have already pre-made.
Now that the chef is gone, the pressure's off, we're gonna finish this and be done before she gets back. Here we go. Put the flap on the bottom.
Perfect. All right.
How do you like that?
I love it. It's perfect. Thank you so much. So we can finally, oh yeah, so on the very end, I'm going to show everyone, we only have about a minute left. You can go ahead and top it off with a little bit of sauce. And at the very final touch, we need the mozzarella shredded cheese, please. If anyone can grab that for me. Thank you. So now we have this, and we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle just like this. It's gonna melt right on top. Look at these layers, amazing, beautiful layers right there. It's amazing for a dinner party because you can actually prepare it in advance and put it in the refrigerator and then bake it again 45-40 minutes before your guests arrive. Yay!
Yeah, it looks great.
Look at this, it's so yummy. Make sure you cover it. Yum. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you. Contact us with any questions. Chief, last words for the community?
Just fresh products, make sure your hands are washed, and enjoy your good cooking.
Yes. Yay. And this was pre-made. And then while we were setting up, we kind of let it give it, we broiled it a little bit on top, let it burn. Right here again, it's gonna be really delicious when you go ahead and get right into it. You can get more cheese. Again, more cheese will let it like slide all the way up. So yummy. And I would garnish this with like fresh basil if you like fresh basil. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. We are going to be at this competition next Thursday again. I'll be going live. We're going to be talking to everyone, let you know how he's doing.
Good.
Thank you so much, Chief, for joining me.
Thank you for all the tips today.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna come with a secret plan on Thursday.
Yes, a secret plan.
Yeah.
Perfect. Again, everyone, if you have any questions, please call us 313-414-2301. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.
Awesome.
Good. We're good.